Welcome, Cleopatra, to our studio. Thank you very much. Why do you play football?
Well, I currently play football for fun, but I used to play football, I want to say professionally, but I can't even call it that because when I was younger, I was encouraged to play football by my family, my mother especially, and I did take it, but when you look at football and how people approach football in Ghana, it's been reserved as a sport for tomboys and people who don't really have anywhere going in life. So I guess I didn't want to be like one of them. So I didn't take football as seriously and as professionally as I could. But now I have my own women's football club, which I started with my co-partner, Sir Alex Gokul. It's called Rich City FC Women.
Rich?
Yeah, Rich City.
Rich City FC Women?
Yes, Rich City FC.
Is it a Division 1 club?
It's currently a Division 1 women's football club. We just formed the club about 4 years ago. So we played our first season last year, and we're working our way to the Women's Premier League. So
there's Women's Premier League in Ghana?
Yes, it's
so you're
actually
not Division 1, you have one more step to get there.
Exactly. It's not difficult because my girls are really good.
So who coaches them, yourself?
No, I have a coach. We have a team. We have a coaching staff. We have a media team. We have a management team. We are pretty...
So what are you, the owner?
Yes, I'm currently the owner.
Oh, you are rich like that?
And the CEO. You see, and that's the thing. It doesn't even cost that much to take care of a women's football club. You'd be surprised, but it doesn't cost... It's expensive, but it doesn't cost that much.
So your players, are they professional players?
They like to call themselves professional players, but unfortunately, because of the system that we're in, they can't call themselves that because they cannot survive as footballers. There's absolutely no funding or financial incentive to be a female footballer in Ghana. So they are amateur
What's the difference
players.
between, say, a player for Great Olympics,
yes,
a male, and your players? What's the difference?
So I think that I'm not even going to talk about money here because I'm not sure how much and if the men get paid, but I know that some men's footballers don't get paid. So I would say the only difference is that they are playing a men's game and we are playing a women's game, but it's all still football. Mm-hmm. And really there shouldn't be a difference, but we are here explaining and talking about differences when really we are all playing football.
Those who think that football is too physical,
yeah,
and it cannot be a woman's game, that women are the fairer sex and
yeah,
they are the weaker sex,
yeah,
and all that. There are games that women can excel at, like athletics and all of that. Flojo and others made us proud when we were younger people. What do you say to those people that football is just too physical to be a woman's game?
So when women are playing against women. It's not like women are here playing against the Ghana's strongest man or anything like that. They're playing against other women.
Oh, before you go, haven't you heard the joke that the German national team can beat Hasselhoff?
Oh.
You have the German female national team that goes to the female World Cup. In fact, they said that if you watch the female World Cup, a lot of the teams can beat Hasselhoff.
I won't be surprised. I mean, no offense against Hasselhoff, but the players are that good. So
okay, but you say women play against women, so it's okay. It's not.
We are playing against our own strength. Mm-hmm. And yeah, there are some women who are stronger than other women, but it's a game. It gets physical, it gets not physical. We are here to have fun, we're here to enjoy ourselves. We are here to do what we want to do. And if it's physical, so what? Some people like to be roughed up and some people enjoy being roughed up. So it doesn't really make any difference to women who are trying to enjoy a sport. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at a woman playing football, you know, batting of heads and clashes of the body, you know. I think
that people should watch women's football more, mm-hmm, and you see how beautiful it is. Everything that happens in women's football is through sheer effort. Women are playing football, they are running around, chasing the ball, they are enjoying themselves. And when you watch it and you see how much they're enjoying themselves, I think the last thing you notice is any of those physical traits or any of those batting of heads. Because even the weird thing is that if you watch women's football games, you realize that hardly do you see the referees even whistling for fouls. It just doesn't happen. We are too busy trying to enjoy the game, trying to score, trying to have fun, do the physical things that the men have been doing in the game just to cheat a little bit here and there just to get ahead. We don't do that in the women's game at all.
A women's game, they're better disciplined, they obey the rules. So what position were you playing?
So it's a little bit of a funny story, but I used to be a striker. By the time I was quote unquote ending my career, I was a defender. Because I guess the older I get, the slower I got. So I just kept moving back till I was.
So like you're out of football, you've ended your
career.
You're too old to play professional football.
Not too old, please I beg. Not too old, but I still play, but not as seriously as my players. It's when you're owning the club, it gets very difficult to even actually play. You're busy managing the players, managing the club, managing the lives, managing the interaction between the players, the clubs, and the outside world, giving a beautiful brand, and doing all the things that you have to do to manage the business. It gets too difficult to participate and enjoy the game.
How then do you do your law?
That's a good question. Mm-hmm. So I juggle it, and I juggle it heavily.
So you go to court or you are meeting clients in the morning, then in the evening you are the training center.
All of mixing it up. I'm seeing clients in the morning, evening, nights. I'm doing Zoom meetings. I'm attending training sessions. Sometimes I'm at training sessions with the Zoom on. And I'm struggling a lot. My business partner, my law partner, he's not happy to hear me say this, but I do it all the time. And most of the time he wishes I'd be in the office being serious. But I have to do what I have to do to make it work. And you know, women, we can do anything that we put our minds to. And that's why we have a day for us and you guys don't. But like, yeah, so that's one of the reasons.
What kind of law do you enjoy practicing?
Corporate and commercial. It allows me drafting of contracts, talking to clients, fixing issues. I can do it in the privacy of my own home or even driving or even at the football pitch. So it makes it easier for me. And that's one of the ones that I enjoy doing.
Do you watch men's football?
100%. I support Chelsea FC. And anybody who knows me on my Twitter, my handle is Rajwa on Twitter. When you go to my page, it's flooded with posts about Chelsea. And we banter a lot there, and I have a lot of people there who support Manchester United and will not let me sleep. So I don't let them sleep too. So
have you seen Chelsea play in England before?
Many times. I've been to
I see,
many games, yeah.
I see.
Both the men and the women.
Oh, you've seen Chelsea women play?
I love.
Do they also play at
football.
Stamford Bridge, the women?
No, they actually have their own stadium. It's called the King's Meadow. It's also in London. And they play, if you go to the UK and other countries, they're really paying attention to women's football. They're pumping a lot of money to women's football. I know that it's not the same here and in foreign countries and stuff like that because we're a bit behind. But I think that if we were to focus on women's football and even do a little piece of what the clubs and the FA and all the other people are doing about women's football outside of the country, I think that if we replicated even a little bit of it here, women's football will go such a further length. Because
so corporate people are watching you who want to support women's football. Should they come and support your club or should they support the Black Queens or Black Maidens? What?
Well, those are national teams and they get support from the countries because it's football. But I think that the national team players are I guess, sourced from the club teams. So it will be good if you support the club teams because that's basically the grassroots of football. That's where you get all the players. We don't need to be going around looking around different countries to see which countries have grown our talent for us, go and pluck them for and put them into the national teams. They are here. There are so many women playing football. There are over 100 women's football clubs in Ghana. And they are playing. In the Women's Premier League, there are 20 football clubs. In Greater Accra alone, there are over 20 football clubs playing in Greater Accra alone, not even mentioning the other regions. So I think that if we focused on helping the grassroots, focus on helping women grow in football, develop it, and just move it to the next level, we won't have to even be looking outside and even comparing our game to what other people are doing outside.
Why is it that the Black Queens and Black Maidens don't do well? They don't bring us trophies? Why?
It's just what I said. We're not developing the talent and growing. We expect that when World Cup
somebody will say the Black Stars don't bring trophies. They've not brought one since 1982.
Yeah.
But they give us great results sometimes when they play. The Black Maidens and Queens don't give us those results.
I don't think that the Black Stars give us results that much anyway.
Oh, in 2006 World Cup, they gave us great results.
We are talking about 15 years ago. Let's talk about
even in the South Africa World Cup, they gave us great results.
Yeah, and those are the things that we have to hold on to, past glory. But we are here right now, and if we are able to support the women's game to grow, I think that we'll see more. Just recently, the maidens played Senegal, and they scored, they won the game. It was like a sole goal, but they are coming back to Ghana, and they're going to play. And
they won the away game?
Yeah, they won the away game.
Oh, that's good.
And that's for the Under-17 Women's World Cup. And then we have the Princesses also going to play the Under-20 World Cup. And we have all these qualifications going on, and most people don't even know about it. Trust me, I think that if you were to support women's football, and you were to look at it genuinely with all your heart and interest, I'm pretty sure that you see so many amazing things, and you realize that it's not even, for us, it's not even about the results now. It's about the attention. It's about the attention that is given to us to grow and succeed and to also become what the Black Stars are, which everybody thinks is so amazing. So
I know that McDan has given his pitch in Labadi for the Premier League of the women's football. Is it working?
Yeah, it is. And he's also given it to the Women's Division 1 as well. So we are
you
enjoying
also play
that.
there?
Yes.
So on Saturday, I can come and watch Division 1 football. Or is it Sunday? When do they play?
Both games, both days. So the problem that we are facing is availability of pitches. So my team plays in the Division 1. We were supposed to start our season last weekend, but there was no pitch available for us. There's so
I don't understand. No pitch available for the game.
Yes.
The parents have been done.
So it's not just the women who use the pitch. You have the Division 1, the men, Division 1, 2, 3. You have people using it for fun. You have people using it for weddings. There was a Independence Day celebration on the pitch. There's so many things that the pitch is used for, and every time you talk about women's football, we go behind everything. So if you have a women's football game being played on Saturday and there's a wedding going on, they always choose the wedding over the women's football game. So those are the problems that we are having. Pitch availability is very difficult.
What's your message on International Women's Day?
I think that we should love and appreciate women. I know that most people already love and appreciate women, but I think that it should go beyond just talking. Let's show it. Let's do something about it. Let's take an interest in women's lives. Let's see their hobbies. Because when you're doing your hobby and you're happy, like I am, it changes your life and it changes everything that you do. And like you said, I was talking about football and law, and now I don't even know which one I do more, whether it's football or law. But football has always been my hobby, and now it's my number one thing that I'm doing.
Do you make money from it?
I'm starting to. Okay, initially, it was very difficult. No, so you don't get money from selling players, women's football players. It will probably help them and change their lives, but you as a club owner or somebody behind them, you're not going to get any money from that. So it's pretty much a hobby thing right now. But I think that with the development and growth of the women's game, it's not just even about me benefiting from this, but about the players and their lives changing and what they can do to change the next person's life. And that's what is happening. My team is surrounded by so many people who are volunteers, who are helping, who love the team, who follow us everywhere we go, and just support us. And it's changing not just their lives, but the players' lives. It's bringing attention to us in our small little corner. And I think that we're doing an amazing job so far.
I see. So, where do you get the coach from? Is it the same coach that coaches men, the same coaching principles that you use to coach women?
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. Women's football and men's football. The only difference is that it's men playing one and it's women playing the other one. Our coach is actually a male, and that's another problem too. It's so difficult finding women coaches because they aren't given the right attention, the training, and there aren't facilities or times or just support for women to become coaches. We do have a few women who are quote-unquote coaching. They are watching the coach, they are trying to see how best they can participate in the game, and they're in the club. But it's very difficult because if you're looking for a coach and you throw it out that I'm looking for a women's coach, you're probably going to get one so easily. So, I mean, we are trying our best to see what we can do about it, but we have a coach and he's a male. Yeah.
I see. It's very interesting. Let's see what other people... Do you have some messages for her?
Oh, wow, okay.
Okay, so let me begin with Christabel. Do you have some messages? Okay, let's read it. Let her answer if she has to, and then we'll take a bow on that.
From Farouk Tema. Wow, very articulate lady. She knows her football. Frankly, women football hasn't been given the needed attention. But truth is, even the men football is equally struggling like hell. The current GFA team haven't done anything better at all.
Okay, Mokowa Blay Edo Jemfi says, Happy International Women's Day to all. Let's break the bias. And Samuel Fosuba says, Happy International Women's Day to my beautiful daughters, Kate, Janet, Esther, my wife, and my beautiful disciples of the Good Evening Ghana. God bless you with more grace and determination to fulfill your divine assignments to ease all socio-economical menace. And Inusa Abdul Karim says, this life has no existence without a strong ally in woman. In every stage of life, starting from motherhood to wife, from sister and finally a daughter. Happy Women's Day.
Abdul Aziz Jimbani says, Happy International Women's Day. Aisha Shirazu says, breaking the bias. Mustafa Survival Sule says, the best program so far, our women deserve it.
Hey, it looks like Cleopatra is getting... I hope you get some sponsorship from this. Phyllis Maria Christian says, I love this football lady. And another one says, Coleman, Wembley Stadium, Wembley Terps wants me to ask you, what do you think about Astro Terps? Are they good?
Well, for now, we don't have anything else but Astro Turf in Ghana. It's either grass pitches that are grass pitches or Sakura Park. And the Astro Turf that we have...
What's Sakura Park?
Dirt pitches,
Okay.
sticks and stones and mountains and valleys. And it injures the players.
Why don't you play at Accra Sports Stadium?
One, it's too expensive. Two, it's always booked. Three, they're not going to let us use that pitch for women's football just because we want to. There's too much lobbying.
Why don't you
there's too
play
much
at Burma
tension.
Camp, the pitch there?
So it's all about availability. There are too many clubs.
Okay, so there are
football
weddings
clubs.
and all that.
Yeah, there's always something going on there. We're always fighting with men over pitches all the time.
And
Even
the
your
men don't give
scheduled
you the
time.
pitches.
No, we've gone to play. We've gone for
Why
a
don't
training
you play
session.
on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Monday nights?
You
Why
can
don't
go there midnight. It's booked. It's crazy.
I see, that's serious.
There are a lot of clubs, and most of them are male. And males always trump females when it comes to using the pitch. There's been several
we
times.
should stop that. This is International Women's Day. We should stop that.
Yeah, I think
Have
you
you
should tell
complained to
them.
the GFA president? That
Well-
when it comes to pitches, you don't find all the time
Yeah.
the men are booked. Are you prepared to change the days on which you play? Saturday and Sunday is busy. Can you start on Wednesday?
Yeah, so we've decided to play the games at any time that we can. The other problem we are facing is that most of the players are students. So it gets difficult for them to play during the weekdays in the morning. But we're trying our best to see what we can do.
I see.
Yeah.
Batada, do you have something for her?
Yeah, Houston Emmanuel says, I love this lady. She exudes intelligence, and this attracts me. And also from Frederick Our Siege. Happy International Women's Day to our 39 women parliamentarians. A special Women's Day wish to Honorable Ursula, whom I describe as a conviction politician rather than a consensus politician. You may or may not like her personally, but you cannot but admire her power of reasoning, even if she does not win the argument in the end.
Okay, Burma Apiakoran says, eloquent presentation, well done. We will support women football. And Maggie Adair says, very pretty and articulate lady. Dennis Frank says it happens in the men juvenile league across the country.
Okay, so Cleopatra, what's your future? Parliament, GFA, politics,
I've been told to do
judge
all.
of the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
What's your future?
All of
How
that
many
is
years
on
have
my
you done
list.
at the bar already now?
I'm currently 7 years at the bar.
Okay, that's
at the
interesting.
Ghana bar. I'm also called to the New York bar.
Oh, you're called to New York bar.
Yeah, and I
Perfect.
trained
Congrats.
in the UK as well. So,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
there's a lot of bar.
It's
bar,
all
bar.
coming together.
Yeah, it's doing well for me because, like everybody, what we've heard coming from the social media has said, articulate and intelligent and all of that, which I appreciate and I like to hear. It's because of the background that I have, which is making people listen to me when I talk about football. If I probably come from Nima to talk about this, people just change the channel. And that's the problem that we are having. In order to do the thing that you love, you have to go and do other things to back you up, to look good to the public. And yeah, it's great to do that, and it gives you, I guess, the financial backing that I need to be able to do other things that I'm doing. But it doesn't have to be that way. We need to break the bias. We need to break the bias.
I saw that today, break the bias.
Yeah.
Everyone do that. All the ladies
Yeah,
do
we
that.
need to
Break the bias.
bias.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of cross your hand and break the bias.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have already broken it here on Good Evening Ghana.
Yeah.
Does your father like what you're doing?
My father is very proud of me. My mother the same. They're always talking about me to everybody that they see. Shout out to my dad. He's always watching your program. I told him I was coming here. I was very happy to hear that.
I see.
But yeah.
So is he watching now?
He's probably watching by now. And telling all
Hey,
his
Dad,
family
what's
members.
his name?
He's called
Nketiah?
Gabi Nketiah. Nana Gabi.
Nana Gabi, the one we know?
Yes, I'm probably sure the one you know. Yeah.
Okay. The one who was an ambassador before?
Yes. To Kenya,
Oh, then we know him. Then we know him very well. Oh, so that's your dad?
Yeah, he's my dad. He's
Oh,
very
I
supportive.
see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he likes what you're doing?
He's in love with it. He's told me to hire him in the club, and I've said no.
To hire him?
Yes, I don't know
As
what
a
he
manager?
wants. I don't know what he wants to do, but I'll think about something and give it to him. Yeah.
I see. That's
University ambassador,
really good.
women's club ambassador.
So you're not going to ditch the football for law? Never?
Never.
Hey.
Never. You can
Your
hear
never
me
is
say
very
now.
strong.
It's very, very strong.
You could even ditch the law for football.
Yeah, I don't want my clients to hear that, but yeah, probably. Yeah.
Supreme Court?
I don't think so.
Court of Appeal?
I highly doubt it.
You don't want judge?
Anything that you see me doing is probably going to be in sports or football.
GFA president?
I don't think I want my president, Mr. Kurtz, to come and attack me now. So
Well, maybe not now, but
Yeah.
later on. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been supportive, and he's probably looking forward to seeing me do that in the future. But we'll see about that. It's a different conversation, so we'll see about that.
But because your father is a politician, Parliament?
My father is always pushing me for that.
For Parliament?
Yeah,
So
well,
take it.
We'll see
Who will
about
support
it.
you?
Only if they create a new ministry of women who are playing football. So maybe that one, yeah.
Yeah, there's a gender ministry for women and social protection.
Ask me how much they support women's football.
They don't?
No, I've not seen them do anything.
That
about
ministry we
women's
can't
football.
talk about. It's become very controversial.
Yeah, it's very, very
So
controversial.
you give us your International Women's Day message
Yeah.
and then we'll end it.
Yeah. So again, as I was saying, I think it's really amazing that we have a day specifically put down for women. I think that it shouldn't be just a day that we just talk about, it's National Women's Day, and then move on the next day. We actually have to do things to support women, and then just try and see how best we can push. Women are 50% of the population. Mm-hmm. We should be able to be heard, and we should be able to make a difference, and it's happening. But the thing is that not many people are giving attention to women to see all the amazing things that we are doing. And as you put on the screen before, there are so many amazing parliamentarians on there. And I think that if we are given the chance to show what we are doing and who we are, it will be amazing and to amaze a lot of people and people who are watching and paying attention.
Have you met Nana Konedo Rawlings?
Briefly, but not. I don't think she'd remember me. Just like
you should meet her again.
Yeah.
She started this advocacy.
Yeah.
She sounded like you are sounding now 25 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
And it has brought us very far. She
Okay.
led the whole Beijing conversation.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll be very, very proud to. I have a number. I'll send the video to her when
Okay.
we put it up tomorrow.
No problem.
And I'm sure she'll
I'll be
call
happy
you.
to speak to her.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Cleo.
thank you too.
Okay, a question that I hesitate to ask, but I have to ask. Are you
No.
married?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So give us your message and then we end it.
I'm not married, but yeah. So there's my message.
What did you say?
No, I just gave him my message about not being married, but it's International Women's Day, so I think anybody who wants to shoot their shot to feel free. Yeah.
Okay, Cleopatra, thank you very much.